everybody. Welcome to Office Hours. We got a lot of exciting stuff today. First of all, as everybody's coming in, I want to make sure you know we are officially a podcast now. Find us on Spotify, Apple Music, lots of other things that I'd never heard of. But yeah, where all the kids are getting their pods. So we are podding today.
And that's quite an honor. It's not like they give podcasts to anybody. So the fact that they invited us, Apple personally, Spotify, all the way from Sweden, they were like, yeah, we gotta get these guys in our program. So
yeah,
that's great.
I believe podcast awards will be given out at the Emmys. It's not the Oscars. Anyway, there's award shows for this.
We did not make the final. We started too late to make the finalists. So next year. Yeah,
not that we'll be on it.
Chicago.
I was just in Chicago for hockey. We were in Plainfield. We played at Canland. So anyway, that's a bit about me. We played a team called the Chicago Jets, and we're disappointed to learn that there was no Benny. Benny and the Jets.
Yeah.
But anyway, we should probably get started now.
Let's do it.
All right. So welcome to Office Hours. Gosh, Office Hours number 11. I am Harry Kerbo, the Senior Director of Paid Social Media Marketing here at CINC. And I am joined by my counterpart on the search side, James Terry, and the most handsome man on the internet. And he gets handsomer and handsomer as my year-end review approaches. Dan Lott, the VP of Client Marketing, started the, are you losing weight, Dan? Man, look great. But yeah, he started the Client Marketing team. So those are our three normal hosts, and we're joined today. Normal's not the right word. Although I don't know that normal's the right word for Nick either, but we're joined today by Nich Pape, who works on the CINC client service team. Nick, tell us a little bit about, how long you've been at CINC and, what is it you do here every day?
Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad to be on. I've been at CINC since around 2016, so quite a long time. Back then, I did a little bit of everything. We would build desks when we needed to, chairs if we needed more, but mainly always working in the client services world, from launching sites, training up folks on how to use it best, working with the MLS to get listings on those sites, anything. Nowadays, I manage a team on our client services side, so making sure everyone has a good rep with us and that you're getting what you need out of it. So that's really what I do for fun. Since you asked, Harry, is that I really enjoy Lord of the Rings and soccer. That's
Whoa,
things about me. Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I love Lord of the Rings. I've read Lord of the Rings.
That's what we're talking about for the next hour.
Yeah. You guys can just leave now if you want to. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, very cool. Thanks, Nick. Really appreciate you joining us. Make sure everybody knows this is a very informal kind of open Q&A session. We did get some great questions when people signed up. Thank you so much for submitting those. We'll go through those first. It's not an interrogation room. We did ask him that same question.
Yeah.
It's actually called Maroon Tiger.
Yeah, it is called Maroon Tiger, oddly enough.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me I had to sit in here, so, I don't.
He's got the spotlight on
him
him. Don't worry. We're feeding him, treating him very well. So yeah, it's hard to get, got to get people on here one way or the other, whatever it takes. One of our core values. But yeah, we got some great questions submitted beforehand. Thank you. Definitely encourage you guys to do that when you sign up, because we'll go through those first here today. Then we'll be taking Q&A as we go throughout. And then we have the inaugural edition of Win Dan's Money, which will be a 7-question timed trivia battle to the death between
Well, I'm not sure
maybe
about
not
that.
death. Okay, too strong. Ross, edit that. A 7-question timed trivia battle royale, where you will take on Dan in that 7-question quiz based on Dan's interests, yet he has no knowledge of the questions. So yeah, if you're interested in coming on, Battle for the Throne, yeah. If you're interested in coming on, we'll do that at 11:50, and we'll ask someone to join on audio. James will read you the questions, and outpoint Dan for a chance to win not a chance, to win a $200 ad credit next month or this month for individual listing ads or team listing ads. So that'll happen at 11:50. If you're interested, please hop on. But we have to get started with our pre-submitted questions in a segment we like to call
Mail time.
Mail Time.
That's why Spotify chose us. They knew we could have sound effects. We had it in us. We just hadn't done it yet.
That's right. That's right. So I do want to start with a question around a new feature that we just released, called transcription. So this question came from Kristen. She said, I'd like to learn more about the new transcription tool. And she also said, I also enjoy these. So flattery will get you everywhere, Kristen, like the top spot in Office Hours 11 Q&A. So yeah, what can you guys, probably more for Nick, I don't know much about this, but can you talk about the new call transcription feature and how that works?
Yeah, right on. We're really excited about it. I know some of you in the chat probably are already using it, but it's the newest feature we've launched, and it's actually available right now, especially if you're using our dialer. So what this feature and functionality will do is we will plug in an AI into your conversations that you have with our dialer. And what's going to happen is it's going to transcribe that conversation with both your agent and the potential lead or the contact that they're speaking with. And we'll also provide a summary of, that conversation. So that way, the agent might not have to, frantically take notes, or if they forget something, right, there's a summary provided. This is also great because as a team lead, if you're a team lead in here or a broker owner, you can kind of analyze conversations that your agents are having, make sure, hey, our scripting is great, making sure that, we're talking about what we need to be talking about. And so this is a really, really amazing tool that is going to help out people have better conversations. That's the goal. More conversions, right? So that's our ultimate goal.
Something that was interesting came up recently, and you mentioned this just now, Nick. As a team lead, and from that perspective, one of our account managers, Thomas, Nick, is Thomas on your team?
He's not on my team. No.
Okay. Yeah, he's one of the superstars over there in account management. We love Thomas, and he was looking through some of this and noticed that a lot of the calls and a lot of they were fairly brief, and they were all kind of the same length. He saw that the transcriptions were pretty consistent, I guess. And so as he kind of dug into them for some of his clients, or for this particular client, he noticed they were having trouble with, or at least an agent was having trouble with, overcoming objections. They basically get this phrase, they hear something, whatever, and the call would end short. And other agents on there were able to overcome that, or continue the conversation, set appointments with those same objections. So from a training perspective, it was really interesting to see how you can analyze that and get that person some additional training on overcoming objections, plug them into some of other CINC's other conversations and other webinars, get them in touch with either Bruce or Lance or somebody who is able to train them on that we've got available for it. So I thought that was a really valuable piece. And correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, holy smokes, that's a little dangerous to bring up, but I believe for the rest of November, we're offering it at no cost, right? Like people can sign up and have that for the next 3 weeks and decide if it's something they want to use. Is that correct?
Yeah, 100%. So it does have a cost because obviously this is a large undertaking, right? A lot of data, and AI costs money, right? And so you do get to try it for free for November. So James is right. So if you have not activated it, you have to be the site owner. You head to your dialer settings menu, and you can just activate it for your whole site there. But yeah, it is free for the rest of November.
We're putting the no in November.
That's right.
No pay.
No pay.
Marketing. Not no pay, no cost.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, I think that's, I'm excited about that for the training purpose. You know, I mean, is that really I guess to me, when I think about it, I think about the training being really the main reason behind it. But I mean, is there anything else people would probably use that for? Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, twofold, right? I mean, especially if you use a pond account and agents are calling several leads and maybe have okay conversations, but not a great one, you'll actually be able to see just summary of, hey, what did Harry talk about with Peggy Sue last time? Can I follow up on anything there? Anything like that, right? So really, there's so many different uses. For me, what I would educate on is training, like looking as a manager, training, and then also as from the agent side, hey, I don't have to worry about taking everything, right? There are some areas where it might not hear things correctly and might not transcribe it right. We all know kind of the pitfalls of AI there, but you don't have to be perfect, right? In your notes, you can kind of take time, organize yourself, make good notes, and kind of move on. So yeah, there's so many different ways this is useful.
That is true. Oh, you go. I was going to say something stupid.
Brian, I can't answer that question. You should.
Well, real quick, Nick. I remember from the days of LSA when we were really getting that off the ground, and Google would record a lot of those conversations. It's a bygone product. I'm not promoting that at all or anything like that. But a lot of clients would tell me that they would take calls while on the road. If they were driving to an appointment, if they were going to a showing, phone rings, like they're trying not to miss any calls at all. And so it was convenient to have those, in that case, recordings, in this case, transcriptions, so that if you're driving, you're not trying to take notes from the car or, jot something down in a red light or something like that, to know that that's being stored elsewhere, and you can just have your conversation, focus on them, bring value, and then go and brush up on the conversation after the fact.
Yeah, totally. To answer Brian's question, yeah, so you do have to be the site owner. Yeah, right. Steven's right. Right now it's only on the desktop version of the dialer. The agent dialer is coming soon. But yes, so Brian, it's in the settings menu of your site. You have to be the site owner under dialer settings, and you'll see actually an entire new section above your agent list where you can add them. If you have any questions, definitely call your account manager, email them. You can also call support. They'll walk you through it. So whichever is best. We do have CINC going on right now, so your account managers might be a little slower to respond than normal as they're out there helping out. Do not call me, Steve. Call Steve. I'll post his cell phone number down there. And everyone should call Steve. He'll walk you through it, actually.
I think that's why Nick's in the office today, actually, because with CINC going on, we had a happy hour with a bunch of clients yesterday, and I was like, is there some leftovers in the office? Is that what's going on? Yes, we locked him in a closet, but we gave him some booze.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Warm. It's all lukewarm, so it's right up my alley.
Right. Yeah. We knew you liked that. That is a good point. I forgot CINC going on right now. If you have never been to a CINC, definitely would recommend it. You can go to cincommunity.com to find the schedule. Are we going back to, I'm not sure where, they're not in Atlanta next, but
Tampa in December. Yep.
Tampa in December. So, cincommunity.com to see that schedule. It really is the best training. This is the time when I'll say my story I always say of being in a John Marone Power Hour, and it's starting with Big Booty Mix and lots of Superman scream. And by the end of it, I was ready, man. I was ready to take on the world. So it's really a great training. So speaking of the dialer and of Steven, by the way, we got a question from Steven. It's 2 parts. So I'm going to start with the first one. Can you use 2 different messages when using the dialer?
If that is a question directed towards me, when you say messages, the automated message announcing the recording, is that what it's referring to?
Yeah, I'm not, Steven, if you
can put it in the chat.
Clarify, yeah. Can you use 2 different messages when using the dialer? And then the second part of the question was, and this may be kind of for both of us, why is the lead gen 90% of the time showing leads with an invalid email address unless it is a Gmail account? So is that something we're seeing and so for a follow-up there, Steven, is that a recent development or something that's been going on for a long time? Because I know we did just launch Google sign-in. You can create an account with Google. I wonder if it's more recent, I wonder if that could be a byproduct of that. And in case Steven's typing, I can ask his third part. Does Nich really work, or is he just a pretty face? Kidding in parentheses.
The answer is neither.
Neither. Whoa. Hot takes here in office hours.
Nich, forgetting that this is recorded.
Yeah. So, Steven, if you can clarify some of that, we'll circle back to that question. We got a question from Laura. How can we market listings through CINC? So, yeah, wow. We actually we're rolling out it's a newer product. It's something that we've done by request, but we're not sure if everyone knows about it, called individual listing ads. They are exactly what they sound like, an advertisement for your specific listing. So right now we have clients promoting listings that, they want to get more eyeballs on. Leads would click through and land on the property details page for that listing. And there they'd sign up to become a lead for that listing in specific. So if you have a particular listing that you want to promote, individual listings, or ILA, as it's known on the street, is the way to go there. We also have team listing ads, which promote a variety of things. So this is for at least 3+ listings, and we can promote all the listings in the My Office/Agents tab of your properties listings. So the office listings, we can promote the listings of one agent ID. So if you have a particular agent that you want to run this for, or just a set of listings, we can also run ads that would show only the featured listings on your site. And then we can also advertise rentals if you have those in your site. What is the process, Joseph? What is the process for advertising just one individual listing? Would be it? Yes, so you can. So for individual listing ads, we have some clients who kind of have a budget set aside for that, and will send over, here's the 5-6 listings I want to promote this month. We also have clients that want to run an ad for a specific period of time. You could do that with individual listing ads. So for 30 days, for instance, Joseph, you could do that. You could give us a budget. We recommend between $100 and $500. That could run for, that would run for at least 30 days. So if you wanted to run it only for 30 days, we can do that. If you want to promote an open house, something like that, you can also do that with individual listing ads. So to get that started, you would just need to reach out to your account manager. So support@cincpro.com, or you can give them a call, or I know that, we also reach out to you, and you can let us know there when we get in contact with you. So
Do these ads generate leads, Harry?
They do, Dan. They do. Yeah. So the ad itself is going to, focus on that listing. It'll have the first listing or the first image from the MLS in the ad, or you can request a different one if you'd like to. And then when people click through, it'll be sourced by that property's address. So whoa, I just turned Canadian. Property's address back to Southern. Whoa, that was scary. That was a glitch in the matrix. But the source will be FB underscore that property's address, and so you'll know that it came from that particular ad. Joseph asked, how do I then show the customer that the ad is running? So we can provide reporting for it. We can also provide you with an example link, which is pretty cool. Meta owns Facebook, Instagram, Threads, which is it's the new Google Plus. You and tumbleweeds are on Threads, but we can send you an example link that, when you can share that, with your client, that would show what that ad looks like in all the different placements where it's running. So we can provide you with that example link. We can also provide you with reporting. And then, a goal of this product is more ad hoc, kind of stylized reporting. That's where we're heading. But at this point, we can give you an example link, and then we can also provide reporting for that you could,
and what I like about it is that theoretically, or optimistically, you could put an ad up for a property that you have a listing for, and then somebody could look at that ad and say, I want to buy that house, and then call you up, and you can, have both sides of the deal. So it could be a good way to get inbound leads, buyer leads, as well as sell a property that you have, and make your clients happy, because they know that you are actively trying to sell their house because you are advertising their house, and then theoretically they could also see it on Facebook themselves. So there's a lot of good things to it, and it's also the lowest cost per lead of any of our ad products. So I'm a big fan of TLA, which is the team listing ads, which rotates all of your listings. And then the ILA, I think, is a great addition. We're just doing it this month. We're just launching it this month officially. So we're all excited about that. So at least I am. We're all our areas. Look at that. Yeah.
I didn't have a mustache this morning. It just popped out because I knew it was ILA launch day.
It's ILA month. Yeah, it's great.
So the point is, thank you for your question, Laura.
Yeah, and Joseph. So Joseph says, what is the process timeline? I'm not sure. I think if you're referring to, so if I list a new property on Monday, how soon is the ad running? So we can, the ad would be live in 1 to 3 business days. It's usually 1. The 3 is closer to the end and the beginning of the month. That's when all the budget changes are happening. So that can push things closer to that 3 business day time frame, but usually it's 1 business day. If you guys have never met Scott Ferret on my team, who he's the one who builds most of the ads. I mean, he is just an absolute monster in a good way. Good monster. He's like Mike Wisnowski. And Sully, but he's not like Sully, because Sully was scary at first, but he was beautiful underneath. Mike was just so. We got a question. How can I put in the search without going one by one on the list of houses? So I'm not sure if I'm understanding your question. And it says, how can I put in the search a specific property on the search bar without going one by one on the list of houses? Are you, I'm thinking that may be referring to, like, how can you send someone direct to a property instead of sending them to a page of search results? Is that right? Yes. So, okay. And I see your question, DW, the mysterious DW. We'll get to yours. But so for anything, you can search by MLS number and or street name and number. Oh, well, there you go.
Mr. Purdy's got it. Yep. You can search it, especially if you're in a lead safe search, right? If that is in their safe search or there's a specific property you want, you can search it and literally select it and either text it or email it to them. Oh, very easy to share specific listings.
One of the questions we got around ILA, the conversation rate on those leads, and I'm not sure if you meant conversation. They both make sense, conversation or conversion. On those leads, how do they compare to Google PPC? So usually what we'll see, we actually see most of the time that leads from social get contacted at a higher percent earlier on. A lot of that comes from the way that, they sign up. There's different autofill options. We use lead ad forms, which populate what is usually their mobile address or their mobile phone number. I did it again. I'm not going to say address anymore. Which populates what's usually their mobile phone. Meta's gotten really, really good at getting your mobile phone number. So like when you download the app, you're giving them that number and they auto-populate it with that. You choose to submit it. It's not being scraped. You're signing up, but it's just pre-populated. So just in general, we usually see over the first 60 days, the contact rate for leads from social is higher than leads from search. But we still expect leads from search to have the quickest turnaround time for making a sale because, we talk about it all the time. The way that the lead is generated, on social, we're proactively showing it to them versus on search, they're performing an action, which, our team is the best in the industry at kicking off that ad when they perform the right search. So there's more intent there. But the fact that we proactively show the ad to people in an area is what allows us to do things like ILA with social, because we don't see people search for, a street address if they don't know it's for sale. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to muddle through. Here's a big guy from Jeremiah. Is there a resource or training I completed? Okay, so Jeremiah says, Nick, this is probably gonna be aimed more to you. And this is live. I haven't finished reading this. So Jeremiah, hopefully you don't go off the rails. I'm curious, is there a resource or training I can complete around landing pages that will help me ascertain landing page viewers? I've got a couple set as a top of funnel tool. I can see there are multiple people accessing the page. However, I don't see a place to see who it is. I've added an embedded form with a value item to encourage viewers to grab an item and tell me who they are. But for those that don't do this, I'm curious, how do I know? Okay, so how do I know who viewed the landing page, especially when it's someone who's already registered on our site? So really I think you're specifically asking, is there a way to see people who have viewed a landing page but didn't sign up? That's what I get from that question.
Well, I think it's more like if he has a landing page, sort of like how like if for MailChimp, you're able to see who's opened and looked at one of your ads. Like, is that functionality in our system? I don't know.
Inherently in landing pages, no. You'd have to use some extra tracking pixel to do that. It's getting pretty in the weeds with that though. But yeah, theoretically, if you have an outside tracking pixel and it gets approved, because we do have to vet all of our third-party applications that we add to any site. If it's approved, then yeah, you could track page viewers as long as as their browser is allowing of the cookies, right? Like, so if they're using DuckDuckGo or any of those, then it's going to hide that information.
If you find the one person using DuckDuckGo.
Hey, you and I both know a lot of more than one people use DuckDuckGo here.
Yeah. One, I think like we use HubSpot for some things at a corporate level. And for instance, we can see everybody who is signed up on a landing page. Even HubSpot, if that person is logged in and trackable, like if they have an account in your CRM, we can see that they've viewed a landing page, depending on whether like they have ad blockers or different things on.
Well, you're able to see if they've looked at a property.
Yes.
But that's not a landing page.
If they have an account, if they sign up, because you wouldn't see. I don't know. That's kind of it. I would definitely encourage. Would that be more for an AM, Nick, or frontline?
Yeah, definitely an AM conversation. So, talk to your account manager, or if you're not a site owner, talk to your site owner and ask them to talk to your account manager about it. I will say that's a pretty specific request that basically is only fulfilled with like an outside tracking pixel, though. Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think it would accomplish exactly what you're asking, Jeremiah. But
yeah, it'd be site wide. You'd have to really know. If you're a wizard at Google Analytics and you can drill down your page views, then yeah, great. You could accomplish it.
Well, I was gonna say too. You could always create like ads or audiences on Facebook and Instagram, for instance, of people who viewed the page, but are, you could do an audience of people of email addresses that are not in your CRM who have been on this URL. And that would let you then serve ads to those people because they may be more likely to come back and complete that page. But I don't think that's what you're asking, but that's just what came to mind. Okay, we have a couple. Well, those are more general. I think these are really on topic here. Let's see. So we got a question from Angela. Do you recommend any AI clone company to link up to the leads to follow up quicker than I can? I'm in the process of evaluating options. I mean, CINC AI.
Yep. Funnily enough, we have some that does a really great job. So Angela, I don't know if you're site owner, or I don't know if you're a site owner, but once again, definitely use our CINC AI. Does a great job connecting with lead data, like their actions, and communicating based on those actions and warming up leads for you. To where you basically, unless you're actively working with somebody on a deal, you almost never have to text your leads because this AI is going to be doing it for you and raising up, flares essentially when anyone's worth calling.
Yeah, the AI, there's a new version of it. It's on generative or something. I don't know. I think it was referred to as Skynet in the 90s. But yeah, we're ushering in Skynet here at CINC just to follow up with your leads.
It's worth it.
It's probably a better spin put on that.
Yeah.
And then one of the things is that it, like in the dashboard now, it specifies whether a lead is AI or AI ready or the agent ready. And the AI specifies that it's agent ready. So it tells you when you really need to, reach out to this guy because he's a hot property or whatever, a hot client. So that's another
hot toddy. It's a real hot toddy over there.
A hot toddy. You got to go get him.
I don't know why I just thought of this, but one of the kids on the team, the teams that my son played against in hockey this weekend, his last name was Charleston. And I was just thinking like Charleston Chews references all game. And hot toddy made me think. I thought I'd get more of a reaction out of you, Dan, but okay.
I thought there's another part to it.
No, that's it.
That's it. That's the story. That's a good one.
Yeah, cut to black. Here's a question from Brian.
But To directly answer Angela's question,
Brian says, "Why does James keep talking?" I'm kidding.
I gotta scroll down and find out now.
All the otter AIs are turning off. Plus, you cheap to buy the real plans, so you stick the free ones on us, huh?
They're going back to report to their overlords about the AI, the chat, and the Skynet. Sorry. Go ahead, James.
This conversation between 4 CINC employees with almost 50 years at CINC between us, like we're probably dangerously close to that number. To answer Angela's question, if we recommend any AI for that, it would be CINC's product. Yeah, the one that we offer is our recommendation, if you can believe that, right? But it is really excellent, and we've seen some conversations in the back and forth, and just how the AI is able to interact and pull things out, and just the notes that they're able to pass on to the agents. So it's really spectacular.
And we have a lot of other stuff happening. We're testing voice AI and things like that. So that's the next step. So wait and see on that.
And then the goo.
And then the goo. Then it's like, hey, just put me in the big
pink vat.
The big tub of syrup. Just throw me in there, and then I'm good to go. The AI will make the phone calls, show up at the house. You're in the goo. You don't care.
Shove the money through a mail slot on my goo case.
Some nutrient-rich paste that you're sleeping. It's great. It's great.
Okay.
Does AI go to the way of the Terminator or the Matrix?
Ooh,
both are great.
Yeah, all good options. Yeah,
I think I'd rather have. I think Terminator's better. I don't want to think that steak's not real. Brian asked.
Not a bad point.
But we should move on.
We should probably move on. Move on. No. Everyone knows that I'm right and Terminator's better. Brian says on the app, filtering by next reminder date does not show past reminders, so I can catch up on a few from the past day, like the desktop version. So that's good feedback. So
my comment there is I'm looking at it and I have overdue reminders on my app, Brian. So if yours does not show overdue, call support. That would be what I would have you do, because they should be showing. Overdue reminders should be showing
on the app, as well as desktop. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's Todd's fault.
It is Todd's fault.
Yep.
Yeah. And I traded him, so it is his fault.
It's ultimately Nick's fault.
Always comes back.
All right, cool. So we got a couple more questions, and then in about 10 minutes, we have our first version of Win Dan's Money. So
it's going to go great.
Hopefully it's going to go great. It could be an absolute disaster, but you guys will be
got a soundbite. No matter what, we have a soundbite for it.
That's right. We do. I almost played it because I got excited, but before that, we got a couple of questions that I'm going to kind of combine. They're from Alex and Sabrina. So Alex said, I'm new and want to learn how to use CINC. And we have a lot of great trading options that I think we should talk through for Alex. And then Sabrina said, how long did it take for you to see results from the platform? So I always kind of combine those two questions because I think it's, expectation setting at the beginning. CINC absolutely is a great opportunity for learning how to use CINC. And yeah, Stephen, we have, or Alex, if you're on, we have a lot of great free training options that you can take part in as well. There's archive trainings on cincommunity.com. We do an online conversion day training, which is a kind of a free crash course of day 3 of CINC, which is conversion day, all about role playing and objection handling and using the script that we've seen converts leads I don't want to put a percentage, but I feel like they always say 33% when they get someone on the phone. So, I mean, that's a very, very good training. If you're new to the system, what are the first 3 videos you should watch? I would definitely say that's a great question that I do not know.
That
the
is a
answer
good
to.
question.
But I would definitely say, and Nick, I'll let you think. Maybe you know the answer. But I would definitely say if you're new, the best resources that CINC offers for learning to use the system are your account manager, the training team, the implementation team. The client marketing team. You can schedule a time to every single person who's running ads with CINC has a dedicated regional account manager. Remember when I tried to call them Rams and everybody was like, no? They have a dedicated RAM that specializes in your market area. If you're new, over the first 3 to 4 months, we have a team that specializes in new accounts. So at every step of the way, you have an expert who is working on your account. So I think that's the biggest resource that you should take advantage of is if you have a call or if you have a question, send us an email, give us a call. If you want to talk about your marketing campaign, schedule an hour-long call with us. Yeah, role play calls.
And
yeah, you guys go. I've been rambling.
Well, and I definitely want Nick's opinion on it, but I agree with you, Joseph. That's an excellent question. I like the concept and just in general of a mastermind and like a mastermind group and being able to ask questions to people who have been around and who have been successful in a certain arena, right? So I think that's an excellent question. Definitely hear from Nick. I know it's going to be good, but for our Facebook mastermind group to ask that same question to that group of people, you're going to get way more than 3 responses. A bunch of people are going to kick in with, here's my 3, but it'll let you know, like, you'll get a lot of different answers from that. But yeah, great question.
Yeah, I think, from my perspective, we actually have done something very similar to this. And to answer that last question, yes, so we do have a Facebook group for CINC owners, but for Joseph, we have something on our help desk called, which is help.cincpro.com. That's like our knowledge base, right? Every kind of help article, video that we've ever had is on there. We have a training series called the Accelerated Training Series. And funnily enough, it's 3 videos. It'll walk you through, hey, how do I log in? How do I use my agent account? How do I find my leads who I should call? How do I call them? What's a quick scripting overview? And then how do I set up some automations for myself, right? So like AI, maybe an auto tracker too, and you're off to the races. So just look up Accelerated Training and that will, if you master everything in there, then call your account manager and you can level up per se. But like, honestly, it teaches you the basics, how to be successful. You really don't need anything more than that.
So note to self, let the guest with the expertise answer the questions first before I...
Funnily enough, it was exactly 3 videos. So Joe, you must have already watched it or you're just perceptive.
All right. And what about Sabrina's question? And I think there's a lot of variables to this, but how long did it take for you to see results from the platform?
Yeah, I can kind of jump in there too. It totally varies. It totally varies. I would say there's a lot of different factors, both in market, lead flow, right? So, but your typical average, I'm expecting to see some conversation. Like if you're not having conversations that are meaningful by, let's say, your 6-month window that are either a signed buyer's agreement or signed listing agreements, and you're going out on appointments by your 6-month window, then there's some issue there. Hopefully it's not like the basis of calling and scripting. Ideally we can do other stuff, but for the most part, you want to see success. It's good calling practices, good scripting practices, and I would definitely expect to see movement at 6 months, if not earlier. We have plenty of people who see earlier. I don't want to tell you that because it's not guaranteed.
One of the things I always think about is we had a client who launched and over the first 4 months had a really just killer ISA, and I believe they closed 3 or 4 deals in the first 4 months, and then that ISA left, you know, and it just the conversion went downhill. So I mean, I think, you know, that really shows that the habits are what make the success. You know, I think, and that's why I'm so excited about all the AI initiatives that we're working on, because I think that's the hard, you know, being able to call someone with no loss of enthusiasm is hard. And then also just hitting all the reminders and the, you know, I envision a future where your phone rings and it's like, hey, it's CINC. We called this lead and they want to talk now. Yep.
We're not there yet.
Then
Just to clarify, for the purpose of this meeting and this conversation, to set the expectations, everybody understand. Don't for the what to expect for new people. It's not a message of, hey, here's your money. Those habits are key, and the consistency of those habits. And you know, once you've been taking that action and making those calls and building those habits, and then you're doing that consistently, that's when competence follows, and following competence comes confidence, and that is when the snowball really starts to pick up, right?
The sources that CINC generates. So the majority of the budget is spent for most clients on search, which is primarily Google and Bing. Then we also run ads on social, which is a combination of basically everything Meta owns. So it's a combination of Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, and as well as their partner networks. And then we also have remarketing products as well. So that's primarily on the Google Display Network. And then we can create, you know, custom campaigns also. So, you know, on social, we can create ads that target a specific list of emails and phone numbers, that kind of thing.
And we always encourage that you diversify your ad spend, because you never know what's going to work, especially at the beginning. Facebook or the social really starts going right out of the gate. It's like at 100%, like right at launch. Whereas Google or Bing or whatever, the search, it takes longer to get going. And there's always like, we're constantly having to look at it. It's like, oh, what's going on? Like you might have like issues with an account or something like that on the search side. So it's good to diversify, and the leads are a little bit different. So it's good. You never know what's going to work for your market, or for you know your what you want, like what fits your needs. So diversification is good.
Yeah, and typically what we see at the beginning of the campaign is, you know, it's interesting because we've always seen this. Somebody mentioned appointment sync, but a long time we did a study of lead follow-up from social and search. Leads from social were much more likely to be lead or agent rejects, but they're also more likely to get contacted. So what about individuals if you're running your own lead ads through the Facebook Ads Manager? I know we used to be able to bring those in. I believe we still can, but you have to go through support to get that set up.
You need to set up a Zapier account for that.
Oh, a Zap. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So a Zap can bring that into the CRM.
Yep.
All right.
It does require a paid Zapier. So if you're doing that, you save money. Use our Facebook leads.
Get ready. Here we go, guys.
What's it time for?
Here we go. We've got a guest. We've got someone who agreed to come on. This is the inaugural game of Men Dance Money. So the way that this is going to go, it's a 60-second timer. I will be doing the timing. I'll hold up the timer here on my screen. We're going to try to bring Brian on live on audio only. James will be the quiz master. We have 2 categories of trivia questions, 4 questions related to the category, 3 just general questions. So you'll choose a category. Today's category is based on the interests of Dan Lott that we've learned over the past decade of working together. You'll choose from the category of either chicks or Allens. So chicks or Allens, you'll choose your category. We will have 60 seconds to answer 7 trivia questions. We'll send Dan out of the room, which we just figured out we can do. If you want support, talk to Nich Pape. Man, they've been trying to figure out how to do this for months. And Nich was like, yeah, just do this. And it worked. So, yeah, we'll send Dan out of the room into the James Terry Future Memorial Cone of Silence.
Well, what do the people win?
Oh, I'm not there yet, Dan. It's an extremely complex system.
All right.
You are able, we'll bring Dan in, ask him the same 7 questions. If you can outpoint Dan, you will win $200 in individual listing ads spend or team listing ads for the next month. But be warned, Dan is a trivia master, and these topics are based on the life of Dan. So before we get started, let's see if we can actually get Brian on and hear him. Are we ready? Brian.
Oh,
Brian's muted.
Unmute it.
Hey guys.
Here we go.
Oh,
wow.
All right, so we're going to kick Dan out. Brian, like you said, we have 7 questions, 60 seconds.
well, first
timer will-
Brian has to choose his category.
Yes.
Would you like chicks or Allens?
We got to do chicks.
All right.
Chicks. If
All
you
right,
don't know, and I'm saying this before, while Dan's still here, if you don't know the answer to one, you can say pass and we'll move
Yes.
on. 60 seconds comes quick, so think fast.
We will
Got
not
it.
tell you the answer. We will just say yes or no. But we must take your first answer. Oh, man, my hands are sweating.
I know, there's some tension here.
I'm so excited. All right, are you ready, Brian? Let's send Dan
I'm still
in.
here. I'm still here.
Yeah, well, we got to get rid
Not
of
for
Dan.
long.
Got to get rid
Not
of
for long,
Dan.
buddy.
Yeah.
Pick Dan off. Give him the boot.
Hang on now. How do we do this? Oh, I'm putting you on hold. Don't leave, Dan.
All right,
Whew.
now we got rid of the animal.
Thought that guy would never leave.
Remember, this is recorded.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hang on
The
now.
category is chicks.
All right, let me go
4
back.
questions. As he pulls up the timer, 4 questions based on the category, 3 general questions. If there is a tie, we'll have a tiebreaker question after Dan's segment.
All
Harry will
right,
start
I
the
will,
timer.
I'll
He'll start the timer
clock.
when I finish the first question.
All right, 60
Harry?
seconds on the clock. Are we ready?
All righty.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Brian's ready.
Timer starts at the
Here we
end
go.
of the first question. I'm ready.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Which
James.
album from the Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, featured the hit song Wide Open Spaces?
No idea. Pass.
This is the name of the tooth chicks use to break out of their eggshell.
Beak.
This incorrect. This Disney Pixar movie franchise features a race car rival named Chick Hicks.
Cars.
Correct. Real estate question. This South Carolina city includes a neighborhood called Chick Springs, which is known for its historic mineral springs.
Yes.
General questions. According to CINC's lead value index, this city in Hawaii is the most profitable city for real estate lead generation.
Honolulu.
Correct. Math question. Add 459 to 901 to get this number.
5 seconds.
1,360.
Mix red and yellow to create this color.
3.
That's time. That's time. All right, Brian.
Wow.
Very
That was
good
thrilling.
job.
That was thrilling.
That was something.
Very good job. And now, so Brian, I got you with 3. Now let's see if Dan,
Did I get the last one in time?
you did get the math question right. We didn't get orange.
Red and yellow is orange.
Oh, so it was clearly wrong.
Right, correct.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Yeah, that also impacts the answer. All right, so here we go. Thank you, Brian. I'm going to mute you, and I'm going to
So what were
bring
the-
Dan back in.
And we'll see how Dan does.
Oh, I don't know how to bring him back in. Oh, wait, there he is. He's grayed out. It's so sad. He's coming. Oh.
Ouch, DW.
Oh. All right, Dan.
All right, here we go.
Danny, ready?
I
Here we
am
go.
ready.
All right, so Dan.
Once again, the timer will start at the end of the first question. The category is chicks. If you don't know the answer, you can say pass and we'll move on. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You better be careful. You better be ready. Timer starts after James finishes the first question.
Here we go. Dan, which album from the Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, featured the hit song Wide Open Spaces?
Wide Open Spaces.
Correct. This is the name of the tooth chicks use to break out of their eggshell.
Pass.
This Disney Pixar movie franchise features a race car rival named Chick Hicks.
Cars.
Correct. Real estate question. This South Carolina city includes a neighborhood called Chick Springs, which is known for its historic mineral springs.
Is it Charleston?
Incorrect. General questions. According to CINC's lead value index, this city in Hawaii is the most profitable city for real estate lead generation.
Honolulu.
Correct. Math. Add 459 to 901 to get this number.
Can you give those again?
459
seconds.
to 901.
459.
Time.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
15. Is it a tie?
Oh my gosh. In the very first Win Dan's Money, we have to go to a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Should we just be the first person to answer it?
No, I'm going to send you out again.
Ah.
So Dan got
So what was
three,
the?
Brian-
Was it a? What was? What I got?
1360
So
was
let's
the math.
Let's go over the answers quick.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's
okay.
supposed to be hard. So
The album
everybody,
is called Wide Open. The album is called Wide Open Spaces, same as the hit song. The tooth that chicks use to break out is called the egg tooth. You both got the cars correct. The neighborhood Chick Springs is in the city of Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh,
Dan,
I love
Greenville.
Greenville.
I know.
I know.
Add 459 to 901 to get 1360. Good math on Brian. He was quick on that one. And mixing red and yellow to create the color orange.
Oh, I should have passed on the other.
You should have passed.
Yeah. You got to be.
All
Yeah.
right. So now we're tied. So now we're going to go to our special tiebreaker question. James, you want to explain it? Oh, all right. We lost James. I bet he
It was
I
too much
bet his,
for him.
I bet his power died because he has the mic plugged in. But don't worry. I have the question somewhere. All right. I can't ask you yet, Dan. I'm gonna send you out again. So here's how this question works. I'm gonna ask you one question. The person who comes closest to the answer is the winner. You can go over, be under, it doesn't matter. All right?
Can you repeat what was that again? I wasn't paying attention.
You know what? I'm just gonna give it. I just give it to Brian. I'm gonna ask you one tiebreaker question. There is one right answer.
Okay.
Whoever comes closest, you can go above, below, doesn't matter. Whoever comes closest will win all the marbles.
So it's not Price is Right rules.
No, you can go over.
Okay.
God, jeez, we've talked about this.
I don't know. I was paying attention.
I know. All right. So I'm going to send you away, and I'm going to ask Brian the question, and then I'm going to bring you back.
I'm still here.
I know. I got to figure. I can't ever find the hold button. I got it now, though. Go away. All right, Brian, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, Brian.
Let's do this.
This is your, and I hope you win.
My ad spend. Let's go.
This is your overtime question for the category Chicks. The Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, have released 8 studio albums, 2 live albums, and how many singles?
14.
So just 14? All right. Brian said 14. Let's bring Dan back. Let's get you pinned up. All right, Dan. This is so exciting. Are you ready? You got to unmute. I'm glad your computer didn't do it.
When you kick you off, it mutes you.
Yeah. All right, are you ready? Your overtime question in Chicks. Here we go. The Chicks, formerly known as the Disney Chicks, have released 8 studio albums, 2 live albums, and how many singles?
That's not true. You're lying. They've only had 5 studio albums.
How many singles have they released?
All right. Let's see if there's 5.
What's the timer on this, Harry?
We're going to put a timer on this. Come on.
I'm going to say 18.
18. Brian said 14. The answer is 27. So Dan keeps his money in the inaugural version of Win Dan's Money.
Nice try, Brian. Maybe next time.
Good fun.
Thank you so much for playing, Brian. Thanks everybody for joining us. Yeah, we'll be doing this at the end of every office hours. So be sure to submit your questions and stay on till the end. But in the meantime, as we leave, gotta play a stupid music. That's the one. All right, thank you everybody for joining us. Be sure to follow the podcast. Thank you, Nick, for being on. A lot of fun, and we will see you next month on the second Wednesday. Anybody else have anything to say?
No, you got to recover from that. I'm taking the rest of the day off. That was intense.
You take the day, Dan. You take the day. We got to get some music. The music would really amp it up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. We love you. Have a great day.